Hello, everyone. My name's Evan. This is Boxing Time TV. This is the beginning, like I said. We're trying to do two in a week. I'm going to tend to do them on Friday and Sunday, but it worked out that we did it on Saturday this week. This is about that's going to be happening August 3rd. Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller. I got all their stats. We'll get into all that. And I looked it up, and it said that it's a 10-round fight. So let's see. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't even go the distance. Andy Ruiz is 34. Jarrell Miller is 35. Andy Ruiz is 6'2". Jarrell Miller is 6'4". Andy Ruiz weighs 268. Jarrell Miller weighs 333 pounds. Andy Ruiz's reach is 74. Jarrell Miller is 78. 35 fights, 2 losses for Andy Ruiz. 26 fight, 1 loss for Jarrell Miller. That was in his most recent bout with Daniel Dubois. Like I said, this is scheduled for 10 rounds. 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory count, 3 knockdown rule waived. And I'm just getting right to it. There's a podcast happening right now, the Rush Hour podcast. And I just figured I would do it while they were doing theirs, because I've been kind of watching it all night. And he said some very nice things about it. So I'm grateful to all the new followers. We're almost at 350. I'm telling you, folks, if this keeps up, I thought it'd take us the whole year to potentially get to 400. We might be at 400 in a couple of weeks, maybe sooner. Hey, I'm grateful for anything that I get. I just want to keep growing this and keep putting on fights. And right now, Ruiz giving Jarrell Miller a lot of room, a wide berth to throw punches. Maybe wants to tire him out. Probably knows that in the middle rounds, Jarrell Miller tends to tire. I mean, he's 333 pounds. It stands to reason he's going to get tired. But still a phenomenal athlete being 333 pounds. And Ruiz, too. He weighs 268. Although I think Ruiz hurt Miller there. And let's see what happens in this bout. Oh, and now Ruiz backing up Miller a little bit. All right, I'm just trying to. And right now, it seems like Andy Ruiz is just outworking Miller. And who knows, maybe Miller's giving him some time to kind of look and give him some looks. And maybe Ruiz, is going to open up on Ruiz in the next round. Yeah, I don't know. All right, 10-8, 10-9's all for Andy Ruiz. And just like we thought, getting outworked a little bit here. We'll see. And now Miller coming out and landing some shots. He wants to, and that's the thing is Ruiz has shown, normally he's pretty sturdy. He's dropped by Chris Arreola. I think Chris Arreola was a big puncher. Dropped by Luis Ortiz, I want to say. So, I mean, that is... that right there, I'm saying those are big punchers. Oh, and now Ruiz getting, as they say, pieced up as he comes forward. Miller letting his hands go, and part of me wonders if Miller's trying to tire out Ruiz. Oh wow! Oh! Ruiz putting a combination together, and Jarrell Miller, a fairly sturdy guy, dropped by Andy Ruiz, and Ruiz has to be careful. He doesn't want to walk into something here. Wow. Oh, and these guys are going for it, folks. Oh, Ruiz landing. Ruiz going for the knockout. He needs to be careful. He doesn't want to punch himself out, which maybe this is his plan. All right, 10-8, all for Andy Ruiz. So, folks, he's up by 50 points after 2 rounds. They only got 8 rounds to go, but maybe Jarrell Miller is thinking he's not going to need all 8 rounds to pull himself out of this hole. And the action's really sort of slowed down here. This is probably what Eddie. No, I was gonna say Eddie Hearn. This is probably what Andy Ruiz would like. I mean, he's. That's the thing is Jarrell Miller is a good boxer, kind of like the boxer that George Foreman became later in his career. So we have about a minute left in the 3rd round, and maybe he's trying to draw Andy Ruiz out, wants to catch him with something, but Ruiz fighting with good defense, just close enough to be able to land and stay out of danger. So, okay, wait, I'll be right back. Oh, wow, Ruiz landing. I don't want to miss the knockout. Still want the audio because I still have the podcast stream that it's gone downstairs. I just want to make sure I'm not getting it. Wow, and Jarrell Miller winning around on one of the judges' scorecards. Both of the judges, though, two of the judges give it to Andy Ruiz. So now Jarrell Miller still now only down by 11 points. And there's still a long way to go in this fight. It can still change, but he needs to be more active. He needs to do more of what he did in the last round. The only thing is we're getting to that point in the fight where Jarrell Miller sort of slows down a little bit. And, Andy Ruiz feeling bold, getting closer. And Ruiz has a good chin. He just has been dropped in some of his recent fights. Oh, sorry. So sorry about that. All right. And look at this. Look at this. And now Ruiz throwing, and he's not landing everything. And what I worry this turns into is both fighters get tired and we just get, thank God it's only a 10-round fight, but that would just be bad. And now I'm telling you, Miller has skill. Ruiz has been dominant. It's almost like Ruiz's dominance has taken away the skill. Oh, and walking into a right hand, he's got to be careful. Because right now, Jarrell Miller's not expending a ton of energy. If you look at it, he's not moving around the ring. And he's landing and stuff like that. So he is in this fight. It's just a question of how much is he in it? Is he in it to be competitive and lose a decision? Or is he in it to win it the way he was in it with Daniel Dubois? Oh, man. I have a feeling when we come back after this fourth round and we see what the judges say, we're going to find out some notes that both fighters are tired. All right, so 10-9. All the way for the fighter, all the way. And now we're moving into the fourth round. Ruiz up by 14 points. Can Jarrell Miller do something to turn this around? And once again, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links. It's interesting. This bout was sort of a bruising thing. Dan Rafaela said he wanted it to be sort of like a sloppy slobber knocker of a fight. Kind of started off headed into that. Now it's become kind of technical. I think each guy respects the other. They felt the power. They feel the skill. And Jarrell Miller, I'm telling you, he's doing some good work. He's moving. He's shooting out the jab a lot. He's conserving energy. He's got to be careful about those body shots and those sneaky shots. Oh, and he just walked into those a sneaky left from from Andy Ruiz. Man, I'm getting everyone confused here. All right, 10-9s, 10-8s, all for Andy Ruiz. And folks, Jarrell Miller probably needs a knockout or at least a bunch of knockdowns. You know, it's like they say, these scoring, it all comes down to math. But right now the math is not favoring Jarrell Miller. And I mean, I don't know that he deserved a 10-8 in that round. He was, he's showing good movement and hit Ruiz, but he did get wobbled, hurt, and he was hurt, and he seems like he's going to be hurt now. But and Ruiz goes to the body, and Ruiz putting his shots together, landing. This has been a very good performance from Andy Ruiz. Oh! Ruiz dropping Jarrell Miller. And guys, I don't think Miller's getting up. Yeah, he's not getting up. Andy Ruiz did it. A great performance by Andy Ruiz. Coming out and wow. All right, folks. Well, hey, you saw it here. The winner's Andy Ruiz by knockout. The fight lasted 6 rounds. Ruiz was not knocked down. Miller was knocked down 2 times. Final scores, all academic. 50-43, 49-44, 50-43. And that concludes our first maiden voyage. Well, not really maiden. I did it a little more during COVID. But I would usually do it when I was on breaks and stuff like that in terms of when I would do more like breaks from work. But now that doesn't really apply. So, this is the first of the beginning of twice a week. Let's hope I can keep it up. There'll at least be one. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And our motto here is, why wait? Watch it now, then watch the real thing when it airs and compare. We'll see you next time.